It is always you versus you. The only person that gets in your way is yourself. The only person that stops you from making positive deposits is yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and confront yourself because you are holding yourself back.
You are now tuning in to the Roughnecks podcast with your host, Cole Nixon. Much love.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Roughnecks podcast. This is episode 134, which makes that Fast Friday number 19. And you guys know how Fast Fridays kick off. It is definitely announcement time. I do have a few quick announcements, nothing really crazy, kind of the same announcements that we've been having for the past couple weeks. But, we did have the 2022 fall merch drop recently, and there are still a lot of items out there available. You can just head over to roughneckspodcast.com and buy some of that merch. We'll be having some promos going on this month. Just tune in the episodes and you'll be able to hear what those promos are. But we got some ads kind of coming on the show, but it'll be mainly just kind of telling you like, hey, here's what's out there for you guys. So yeah, that the merch drop is out there. There's tons of new items like hunting sweatshirt, hunting t-shirt, grab the bowl sweatshirts out now. Some hats, a couple camo hats. There's a lot of different options. New grab the bowl coffee cup. Head over to roughneckspodcast.com and check those out. Desert Fox, do not forget that I've partnered up with Desert Fox Golf, and there are so many great items. Christmas is coming, so that means there are definitely items that you're going to want to get your loved ones. If they are like to golf, this is definitely something you need to check out. They have the phone caddy, which holds your phone on the golf cart very conveniently, and then they also have one of my favorite items, which is the Swing Aid Tumbler. There's more on those to come, but if you want to go check out Desert Fox Golf, go over to their website, desertfoxgolf.com, and then when you make a purchase, be sure to use the promo code Roughnecks for 10% off your order. Final announcement is that Q&A Friday number 8 is coming up with none other than, I'm not announcing that one yet. I'll be announcing that here soon, but we have a great guest, one of your guys' favorite guests, I believe, coming on for Q&A Friday number 8. So, but we need questions, so send your questions. These questions can be about anything and everything. What Q&A Friday is, if you don't know, is where me and a guest will sit down and answer questions from you, the fan. These questions can be about anything and everything. So head over to, or send an email over to roughneckspodcast@gmail.com, and you might hear your question answered on Q&A Friday number 8, which comes out at the end of the month, the last episode of the year. But what I want to talk to you guys about today is, it's a little bit of a continuation off last week's episode, last Fast Friday, where we talked about, the deposits and withdrawals, not the ones that you have at the bank, but the ones that others make into our lives, and how we need to take that into consideration when looking at whether someone deserves to be in our life or not. One of the things that I talked about briefly in last week's episode is about how we need to start evaluating before we start evaluating others, we need to evaluate ourselves. What kind of deposits are we making? What kind of withdrawals are we making? We have to be able to look ourselves in the mirror and ask ourselves, are we making the right deposits? Are we a person that people need in their life? Are we a person that people even want in their lives? Most of us might honestly answer this question and say no. A lot of us are selfish people that care about personal gain over helping someone else grow. But in all honesty, helping other people is a personal gain in its own sense, and that shouldn't be the motivating factor to do so, though. How do we get to the point, though, where we can look ourselves in the mirror and say, we are making positive deposits into people's lives rather than a bunch of withdrawals? And you have to be selfish at first, in my opinion. I mean, selfish is actually a good thing. Like, it can be a good thing. Yes, selfishness, it can be something good, despite the narrative that selfishness is something so negative. And I think we listen to the outside noise too much and worry too much about what others are thinking of us. We cannot worry about that. All we need to control are our deposits into other people's lives. Stop worrying about everyone else. We need to be in a battle with ourselves. Be in a battle with the only person that you should be, which is yourself. It is always you versus you. The only person that gets in your way is yourself. The only person that stops you from making positive deposits is yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and confront yourself because you are holding yourself back. Tell yourself in that mirror that you are not going to hold me back anymore. You're not going to keep procrastinating anymore. We are our own worst enemy. So be in a battle with yourself. It's not about anyone else. No one else fucking matters. Strive to be better than you were the day before. Try to outdo and outwork yesterday's you. Think about how much better we can become if we outwork yesterday you. When you win one of those battles, then you just beat yourself. Go look in the mirror and say, I beat you today, and I'm going to do it again tomorrow. Do that every single day. Tell yourself, it's not over until I win. Do that every single day. It is not over until I win. Beat yesterday you every single day. Create the goal of who you want to become. Then get up and strive to be that person every day. It's not going to happen in one night. But you have to continue to beat yesterday you every single day, and then you will get there. When you have that vision and you put in that work, that's when the magic happens. That's all I got for you guys today. Super quick episode. Don't forget to send in your questions for Q&A Friday number 8, which comes out at the end of the month. But until next time, you guys know the deal. Life is hard, and it's going to knock you down just like a bull does to a bull rider. Don't let that bull of life walk all over you. Get up, grab the bull by the horns, and take control of your life. Roughnecks, out. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode of the Roughnecks Podcast. If you liked today's episode, then please be sure to share it with a friend. You can follow the Roughnecks Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Roughnecks Podcast. Head over to roughneckspodcast.com and grab yourself some Roughnecks merch. Until next time, make sure you grab the bull by the horns and take control of your life. Roughnecks, out.